Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Riley Foster here with Foster's Custom Steel on a job site here in beautiful Efland, a few miles from the house. You can see, beautiful home. Someone just pressure sprayed the porch real nice. But their dilemma is that they have no hand railings. And these are wide steps. These are 6 foot wide steps. And she says they get fairly icy in the wintertime. So they hired me to do a set of railings. Now there's another set around the other side that's going to have to be cored into the concrete. This one is going to be post hole dug and poured full of concrete. So I'll give you an idea of what I have done. Those are them. Obviously they are laid over to the side so that I can dig the holes, get the measurements, and install them. And again, there's the other one over there. And this is the mess that you must have to do these jobs. So I'm going to put the camera on tripod, and this first one isn't really going to be very exciting, me digging post holes, but the second one I'm going to show you how we core holes in concrete. A lot of people might be interested in that. Remember to like, share, comment, ring the bell, get notifications and all the good stuff that YouTube really loves for you to do. Helps the algorithm, and lo and behold, you might see my videos. So hold on and I'll get back to you shortly. Alright, if I sound like I'm out of breath, it's because I am. I've dug 1.5 holes. I want to show you, some guys, you might not know this, but to stop before you create a big mess and leave that dirt piled up everywhere, put it in your mixing pan and haul it out in the woods and find a low spot and dump it. Now I'm going to show you, and again I'm going to cut in and out on these rails. If that's what that's going to look like when it's standing up straight, I will anchor it to the floor here, cement it in there, and it'll almost stand up there by itself. Look at that. Isn't that going to be beautiful? Nice, straight, square, level, and plumb. If you don't start out that way, it's nearly impossible to end up that way. So I'm going to finish digging this hole over here, and I'll get these clamped and poured. And again, if you need to watch me mixing concrete, you need something to do. So when I get to the other side, I'll do one more quick shot of these when they're done, but when I get to the other side, I'll let you guys watch me core that 3-inch hole into concrete without a whole lot of noise. It's not a rotary hammer, it's a core machine. Really cool machine, and it sure does make me good money. So hold on, I'm gonna finish up this one hole, get this anchored into the floor. I'm using 1/2-inch lag screws. I'll drill a 1/4-inch hole into the wood, sink those galvanized lag screws down into that wood, and then pour the fronts, and this side will be done other than touch up. So hold on just a little bit. All right, hey, this is getting the shade there just a little bit, and let you see that. Nice, clean, straight lines. Looks like they all line up real. You can't see in the sun that good, but anyway, if you want a job to look good, use a level. Yeah, if you want that work to look right, do a good job. Be proud of your work. Now, I'll pour these full of concrete. They are 16-inch deep holes with a mushroom head, and I do that so that that concrete will flare out at the top, give it something to set on. 1/2-inch lag screws with washers down in the base, cast iron shoe. Now I buy these scroll work. I don't blacksmith forge those. I don't have a blacksmith shop. I have a welding shop. I do hand railings. So I will buy those, and I buy, these are cast iron heads. This is rail mold and tubing. Sometimes people want balusters. This particular person wanted to open steps because it's not, you're not going to fall down multiple flights, so they weren't needed. So this side came out really good. I'll mix the concrete. Other than that, boy, this one's done. It may have been, I don't know, it might have taken a half an hour to get these set. I'm going to back out here in the shade a little bit. And you can see there's my next clump of dirt I got to get rid of, but I think those, see, nice straight line on that post. Look at that. Almost looked like I knew what I was doing. Yep. Once I clean up, pour the concrete, and we'll flag it off, tell them not to use it for a day or two. But the front ones, that rail set material sets very fast, so they'll be able to use it either tonight or tomorrow. So I'm gonna put this on pause and go around and do some work on the front. All right, hold on guys. Hey, remember, like, share, comment, ring the bell, subscribe. Don't forget all that important stuff. All right, hey, this is what you're gonna see if you got nice straight lines. Look at that. Now this set here on the back porch, it's got a beautiful house, by the way, big wraparound porch, 3/4 of the way around this massive home. I got the concrete poured and it's setting up. I'm gonna leave these clamps on for a day. The steps, like I said, they get slick. Get some moss on them and stuff, so this gives it a nice set of railings to grab a hold to, and they're lagged in. So I'll clean up real good, get my cardboard treads. You can see I unfortunately walked on that, a little bit of dirt, but I can clean that off real good. So that's the back side, and it took an hour. Okay, an hour and 10 minutes. But anyway, beautiful set of hand railings. They'll last her for a lifetime. So I'm going to go around to the front. Like I said, nice wraparound porch. There's where we're going to be putting these in. And what I have to do here, as you can see, these posts are going to be poured into that concrete sidewalk. Now, you had a hammer and chisel, you'd be here about a month probably, have a hole the size of your head, and that wouldn't be fun to fill up either. So I'm going to go ahead, set my camera on a tripod, but I'll get everything set up and show you how I'm going to core these holes. So hold on just a few minutes and we'll get started. All right, I'll slip that out there just a second. I'm going to show you guys, if you're planning on doing hand railings, obviously I'm going in that ground 3 to 4 inches into the concrete. So what I had to do is get that mark. Now you can see my distance here is just about half of what that is. And that's fine, because when that goes down in the concrete, I want your hand to be on this rail when you're on the concrete, and the same up there when you're on that top step. That's 36 to 37 inches off of the floor. That way if you need to hip this railing, you ain't gonna flip over it. Notice I just got that sitting on that battery, and the reason I did that is because that's how deep I'm going in the concrete. And to square that up, well, I don't know if I can hold this and get it at the same time. To square that up, yeah. So anyway, that's the depth. So here in just a second, I'm going to show you how I'm going to core that hole. So hold on. Remember, blah, blah, blah. Like, share, comment, ring the bell, subscribe to the channel. Hold on just a moment. Okay. This is a Hilti DD130 core machine. Uses a diamond bit. I like to core 3 inches in diameter. Put a yellow mark on the sidewalk. There is where I'm going to mark. And I built this little board just to hold this in place, because this machine will spin you in circles. Even though it has a clutch, it is a tough machine. It takes water, not a lot. We don't want to make up too big of a mess. Plug it up to 110. Now, after I get that mark made, reset in there. Turn some water on. That keeps the bit cool. right. Also, that green line is 4 inches, just because I've marked it over the years. Okay, that's a little less than 4, and I like to stop at just a little bit less than 4 inches, and the reason being is because, I'm going to drop that down there, sometimes I need to knock a plug out and I don't need the full depth, and if I do, I can always core again. If I don't, I can cut a little bit off of the end of the tubing that goes down in the hole, and that is fine. So what we need to do now is knock that plug out. There we go. And one tool I always forget to bring is a little piece of wire I can stick down in there and get that plug out with. I seem to always forget that. Look at that. Now, there's the top of it. There's where it broke off. Look at that. That thing cuts through that grout or the gravel, the concrete. If there's wire mesh in there, it just cuts right through that wire mesh. There's some quartz. So that's one hole. And what I'll do, just for the heck of it, let's see how close it is. I'll set that down in there just like that. About midway. Boy, that really looks good. First core. I'm going to check this. Oh, that is absolutely spot on the money. If anything, I could possibly, there we go, I can move that over just a tidge. If anything, I could take about a ½ inch off of that, so I might do that. But for right now, I'll give you an idea of what I'm doing. Now, I'll show you how deep that pocket is and how nice clean cut. So when I pour that rail set in there, it stays where you put it. And I'll do the same up here. Lag bolts, hold that in place before I pour the rail set. So guys, I'll show you maybe the end results on a come back and clean up. But I'm going to set this one. And again, if you've seen me core that hole and pull a level and square and a plumb, I mean that one's standing up there without any clamps or anything, so I think it's fairly straight, square, level, and plumb. So let me know what you think. This is Foster's Custom Steel doing hand railings in Eflin, North Carolina. Ain't that going to be beautiful? Absolutely. And she has her elderly mother living with her, so I think she'll really like to be able to come out the steps, grab a hold of a hand railing that doesn't wobble like you would buy those at Lowe's and bolt them down or bend them and shape them. Don't buy those. When you reach for a hand railing, you want a hand railing to hold, not be wobbly. So thanks and have a great day.